Okay. Good morning. Oh, sorry about that. My phone is ringing. Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to make a short live stream for the members. Those of you who might, be thinking about making your own channel. Um, and I know that there are a lot of people who deal with this because I read their confessions online. Like you can really Google anything. And so I read a lot of comments from people who talk about how it's hard for them to make videos, hard for them to make YouTube videos, and especially live streams. They say the anxiety is too much, it's overwhelming. Now, me, for whatever reason, I've never dealt with anxiety before going live. And I think it's because I made so many pre-recorded videos before I started to make live streams that I was used to it. But I do remember back when I first started making videos, that was back in around 2006, I want to say 2005, 2006, when I first started making YouTube videos. I remember back then I used to practice my pitch. I wasn't sure if I should talk in my regular voice because I talk loud, and sometimes I need to tone it down because I got neighbors. I've always been in an apartment. But that's all I can remember. I don't really remember dealing with anxiety. However, I do deal with anxiety during live streams, but it's very mild. And maybe it's not anxiety. Maybe it's like I'm just got bad nerves or whatever. But it feels like anxiety. And sometimes when I get overexcited, like during the live stream, if I get into something, I get overexcited, then I'll lose my train of thought, or I'll forget to mention something, and then after the live stream is over, I'll remember that I forgot to mention something. And one day I took valerian root before I went live. I took it like an hour before I went live, and it helped me to stay relaxed all throughout the live stream. And you want to stay relaxed no matter what. I used to box. I never went professional. I never even went as far as Golden Gloves, but I had some hard sparring matches. And I remember our trainer used to preach to us to stay relaxed during the fight. As the punches are being thrown, they emphasize more than anything, stay relaxed. Because if you're not relaxed, you're not going to be able to think clearly. You're going to be more impulsive than anything else. So, I took valerian root one day and it helped out a lot. And let me tell you, I don't know why I forgot to mention this. I have no idea how I forgot to mention this. But I take valerian root before I go live every single time. Every single time. All right, welcome. The comments just popped up all at once. Good morning. ABQ, AJ, Shar, Kittens. Yeah, I just wanted to drop a short live stream for the members. I want to drop videos like this for the members, so to give them all my little secrets, just in case you ever want to make videos or whatever. But yeah, I'll take valerian root. And this is sort of sarcastic video, right? How to deal with anxiety. And I'm not recommending that you go rub on a dog before you go live, right? Somebody left a comment, and it was an excellent Nikola Tesla, once again. And I'm going to share that comment because I wish I would have said it during the live stream. You notice how we were talking about cynophobia yesterday, right? The fear of dogs. And he left a comment and he pointed out how the solution is More dogs. They say that you need exposure therapy. Oh, if you got a fear of dogs, you need exposure therapy. In other words, you need to be around dogs. Dogs is the solution. Anytime there's a problem, their recommended solution is more dogs. Bring in more dogs. So for fear of dogs, their solution is, hey, you need to be around dogs more often. Hey, why don't you sit from a distance and stare at the dogs? That's literally one of their recommended or their suggestions, that you stand far away from dogs and stare at them. You get closer to dogs and stay close to them as long as possible. That's their exposure therapy. And for anxiety, what do they say? What are they doing all across the country? In libraries, in hospitals, dentist offices, in vaccination facilities. For patients suffering from anxiety, their one and only solution is dogs. Everything. Protection. You want to protect your house? Get a dog. You want to complete a family? Get a dog. Dogs, 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 dogs. And it is so infuriating, man. And they really expose how powerful these people behind the dog nutter industry are. You know, they got deep pockets. They pay a lot of money to push dogs like this. I believe they're the main ones behind all of these therapy mutts being sent out everywhere. They're getting financing from somewhere. And it's these dog nuts, these people who are really making all the money in the dog nut industry. So yeah, this video is a little sarcastic because, yeah, this is more effective. I've never even tried. Look, I'm not stupid. I know for a fact no mutt is going to reduce my anxiety. And like I've talked about how ridiculous that is anyways. You always know in the back of your mind that this is a predator, and that's going to always increase your level of anxiety, even if it's just a little bit. Even if it's just a little bit. Somebody else left a comment in the live stream the other day, and they said that dog owners are gambling with adrenaline. They're addicted to adrenaline. They're adrenaline junkies, and they're addicted to the gamble involved. So like skydiving, there's a chance you could die, or whatever, mountain climbing, there's a chance you can die, and they're addicted to taking that gamble. That same spirit, that same suicidal spirit, in my opinion, is found in this dog nuttery. These people get off on the gamble, on the possibility of an attack. And if that's the case, and I know it is, I firmly believe it is, then that proves to me that these people, they live in this like delusional world where it's totally disconnected from reality. And so they push dogs as a solution to everything, even if they find the slightest bit of information that somewhat supports it. It's just like with this anxiety thing, with rubbing on dogs. Yeah, it might reduce your anxiety under a whole bunch of conditions. And if they find that out, they will blow that up. Like I said, if it's your dog, okay, I can understand that. And if that dog is calm. Dogs are full of anxiety. So there's no way a dog that's full of anxiety, that's moving around all the time, looking in all directions, making noises, grunting, there's no way that thing is going to reduce stress and anxiety. The only way it could possibly do that is if the dog itself is calm. And if the dog itself is calm and you're the owner, because if you're not the owner, there's going to be some anxiety involved. Like, hey, this is not my dog. I did not raise it. So only under a bunch of conditions can it reduce anxiety. And like I said, they conducted those studies with people who owned the dogs. That's the most deceptive part about it. They're talking about how studies have proven that dogs reduce anxiety, but they don't tell you that those tests were conducted by the owners of the dog, owners who had raised the dogs from the time that they were puppies. And who knows, they probably drugged the dogs up before they took the test. You know, and we don't know. It could all just be made up, which I suspect it may be. You know, these things. But let's say, just for argument's sake, playing devil's advocate, that they, under a bunch of conditions, found out that dogs help to reduce anxiety. They take that and blow it up and push dogs on the entire population. No other option, only dogs, because the study proved that dogs help reduce anxiety. Man, that's so deceptive to me and dishonest. That's the same as telling a lie, in my opinion. Sometimes if you don't tell the whole truth, as you all know, if you conceal some of the truth, that's the same as lying. And that's exactly what these people do. Ain't that crazy? These people are changing the whole dynamic of our country, really based on a lie. It is because of a lie that dogs are being ushered into everywhere. And that affects you even if you don't see the dogs. Because if they're allowed in grocery stores, if they're allowed in dentist offices, that dander is still there. These dogs are still going into different places and contaminating them directly. It's direct contamination. And it's in much worse shape now. It's far more contaminated than it would be had the dog never entered into that area. Because keep in mind, even if the dog never enters into an office, a room, or whatever, that room is still contaminated by dog excrement and dog. Ain't that crazy? I'm not a dog owner, but right now the air that I'm breathing has dog waste in it because the outside is so contaminated with dog waste. These people destroying us, killing their own population, contaminating the air we breathe, water we drink, all based on, really, in my opinion, a lie. And if you don't consider a lie, then it's the closest thing possible to a lie. You want to twist the truth and twist information such to where the anxiety reducing abilities of mutts, it's only present under certain conditions that the general public are not in. They're not the owners of the dogs. The dogs are not asleep. What a bunch of questions. And how do you measure somebody's anxiety levels anyways? Is it in their blood? Are they checking their blood pressure? Or, how are they testing that anyways? Stress level. And like I said, unless I conduct the test myself, I'm not going to swallow that hook, line, and sinker. I'm not going to believe you. Because you could easily conduct the test, find out the dogs don't reduce stress and anxiety. You can find out the dogs actually increase stress and anxiety, and then say, hey, well, we're going to tell the public that they reduce stress and anxiety anyways. It happens all the time. I showed the example with the fakery of historical artifacts. Y'all remember I shared that, art forgery? Art forgery and archaeological forgery. They really go hand in hand. Okay? Art forgery and archaeological forgery. Here, let me share my screen here. Capture, PowerPoint, Chrome. Okay, can y'all see that? Where are we at here? Okay, y'all remember I talked about this before. Art forgery. Let me do this. These people, okay, here it is. Art forgery is the creating and selling of works of art which are falsely credited to other, usually more famous artists. And there should be some recommendations. Here it is right here. Wait a minute. Further reading. History of art forgery. Let me see if I can. Here, let me look it up. Because that's the big one. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, here it is. Archaeological forgery. Do some research on that. This is crazy, man. Crazy. And this just lets you know that if they'll do this, then of course they'll lie about a study of dogs reducing anxiety. Look, known archaeological forgers. These are people who would just create an artifact, plant it in a historical dig, and then once they pull it up, oh, look at what I discovered. And now you go down in history. You know, now you're immortal. People are going to remember you forever for having discovered this civilization, that civilization, or this artifact. People have been busted already. People creating false antiques, medieval statues. Look at that. And I said that this was going on a large scale during the Middle Age. During the Renaissance era. That was the main thing of the Renaissance era, to create a bunch of artifacts, fake artifacts, and attribute it to a long lost civilization. That was when they had the intellectual Renaissance. See, at first it was the art Renaissance. I believe that was the 16th century. That was the 1500s, if I'm not mistaken, the 1500s. And in the 1600s, they had the academic Renaissance era. Okay, so they've already busted a bunch of forgers, and they busted, look, known archaeological forgeries and hoaxes. They make a fake skull. They made a fake giant. Then they claimed found a giant. Those tablets, the Sumerian tablets, you know, the Babylonian tablets, you can't trust any of them. Any of them. Because there are a bunch of fakes floating around here. Haven't you ever questioned some of those tablets? How it just so happens that the tablet broke in a way where everything that you need to know is still present on that tablet? Nothing just breaks perfectly like that. Some of them are like have perfect edges and corners. Now, where's something like that come from? They made fake mummies. Now, if they would fake stuff like this, people, of course they're going to fake this idea that dogs reduce anxiety, because that will still make you immoral. When people research history, they'll say, oh, doctor this, doctor that, or they'll give credit to an institution, an education, or university, and say they discovered that dogs help reduce anxiety. And what does that do? That helps them a lot more, because it will create a booming economy. You know, this is crazy stuff, man. Okay, so a whole bunch of tablets. They made fake stones. Look at that. If you look at the cuneiform, many of you might know what cuneiform is. It looks fake. It looks fake. Let me see if I could. Okay, cuneiform. Okay, yeah. This was from the Sumerians, from the Sumerian tablets. Y'all see that? Look at this. Look at this. This is cuneiform. This is supposedly cuneiform writing from the Sumerians. But then when you look at the different tablets, it's totally different writing. Many of them don't even look the same. And then they had the nerve to try to create an alphabet out of them. And that's just, you rarely find languages that are written in a way that perfectly correspond with our alphabet. It is so ridiculous. And when you look at the writing, it's never drawn out like this. This is such a hoax, man. And you look at the writing, and this, look, this is supposedly the exact same cuneiform. Almost all of these things are fake. When you look at fake ancient coins, there are so many fake so-called ancient coins floating around here. Look at this, fakes. Look, how to recognize fake Roman coins. There are more fakes floating around here than real ones. The majority of them are from the Middle Ages. Okay, so my point is, if they'll fake this, if they'll make this up, pull it out of thin air, because I'm making a strong accusation saying that they may have completely made up this idea that dogs help reduce anxiety. But I strongly consider that they just made it up. It's all a lie. Because like I said, when dogs come around, the last thing people feel is relaxed. The last thing, you know, so many people nowadays get filled with anxiety easily. So easily. A lot of people, their anxiety will increase just if they go around other humans. So what do you think a dog is going to do? You know? No, I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to buy this idea that dogs will help reduce anxiety or none of that nonsense. Maybe under a whole bunch of special conditions, maybe. But you're not going to tell me you can just bring a dog into a library or a dentist's office or whatever and have any random person just rub on it and everybody's stress and anxiety is going to be reduced. That is such a pathetic, that is a pathetic lie. I used to be a professional liar. I used to lie a lot to my mother. Shout out to Robert Pauls in the super chat. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, this is oh my goodness. I did not know members only chat was activated. See, I know exactly what I did now. I accidentally turned, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me fix this. Let me fix this. Wow. Wow. Thank you in the super chat for letting me know. And my goodness. Okay, so now anybody can leave a comment in the comment section. This was actually supposed to be a members only video. This was supposed to be a members only video. I would never, I would never go public where the whole public can see a video and have only members only can leave comments. I would never do that, man. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. My apologies, people. But I am required to provide content exclusively for members, but the people who are members will be the only people who could see the video. So, I've gone live several times in the members only area, and only the members know about it because they're the only ones that can see the video. So my apologies about that. I did not do that. I did not do that. Oh, I didn't try to do that. I did that, but I thought I activated the members only for the video. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is a public video. Public video. So look, hey, I'm not mad. Anybody, look, you want to start your own channel or whatever, or if you want to become a member, I will upload videos like this, give you tips, as many tips as I can, all my little secrets, and any questions you might have, you want to start your own channel or whatever, I'll fill you in. I just make little side videos like that for the members. Yeah, sorry about that again. I did not know I was public. I didn't know this was a public video. I thought it was for members only. But I actually activated I activated that members only can leave comments. All right. Here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Okay, yeah, I can. Wow, this is slick. Here, let me show y'all. Show you exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all see that? This is how I customize. It look a little different when I do it. Before I go live, look a little different. See, here's where I put the title of the live stream, and this is the description. You see what I wrote here? Short stream for members. I thought I said it for members only. But then you scroll down here. Where was, oh, customization. I went to customization, and you see how it says participant mode. I didn't read this. It said who can send messages. I thought this is how I activate that it will be a members only video. So I screwed that up. Sorry about that. But I ain't mad. Hey, any and everybody, subscribe to the channel. Take this information and use it if it'll help you. Okay, let me switch my screen back. Yeah, and when I'm private, when I'm, I go live private, I'm a lot more relaxed, kick back, and I don't know. I need a different energy when I go live in public. But yeah. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. Yeah, no dogs involved. I'm not going to tell you to go rub on the mutt to help reduce anxiety before you go live stream. And I'm telling you, if you do your research and you look, there's an endless number. Let me see, live stream anxiety. I mean, they really give like courses, crash courses on how to deal with this stuff. Let me share my screen here. And I read this, I'm like, oh man, some of my followers might be dealing with this too. See? I mean, you do a quick Google, live stream anxiety, guide to dealing with pre-stream anxiety. And look at how many forums have been created, how many posts have been created on Reddit. See? Does streaming ever make you feel anxious? How do you guys deal with stream anxiety? Stream anxiety. How to stream while having anxiety. And it's never ending, people. Look how many pages it is. I saw this and I'm like, wow, they've made websites. You got different websites. Look, I want to start live streaming on Twitch, but I get anxiety. Okay, so I read all this stuff. I'm like, oh man. Just in case any of my followers, listen, I'm going to try to help my followers in any possible way I can. Just in case any of my followers is going through this, I'm going to give them all the tips, everything I use. I'm telling you, a big part of my game is valerian root. It's all natural. There are no bad side effects. I know it says sleep support, but if you plan on doing something, it's not that powerful. It's like sleep support that will really help you sleep if you lay down and relax. But if you have something to do, it'll just help to kill anxiety and stress. A lot of people take valerian root and they take it early in the morning because it keeps anxiety and stress at bay all throughout the day. And it's real good if you have a stressful job. It is excellent if you have a stressful job. I have a stressful job. That is why I take valerian root every single day. I swear by valerian root. However, I also drink chamomile tea. I have chamomile extract. Chamomile is effective as well. It's very effective. It's almost just as strong as valerian root, but for me, valerian root's a little better. Okay, passion flower. That's another one. Work real good for anxiety. Let me see if I can pull that up. Passion flower. It's real good tea. It makes excellent tea, and it's a beautiful flower. Let me share my screen here. Chrome. It's passion flower, and it's quite tasty. It's quite tasty. Lavender, that's another flower that helps kill stress and anxiety. And they are far more effective than rubbing on a flipping mutt. So since this video is public, let me go ahead and rub it into the dog nutter world's face. This is far more effective than rubbing on a worthless mutt because there's no increased anxiety, because the flower, the tea, it can't hurt you. It can't bite you. It can't kill you. Don't dare try to convince me that dogs are just as effective as natural herbs when we all know in the back of our mind that this thing has the ability to hurt and kill us. That's going to increase the anxiety level of every human being who walks this earth. You understand, dog nuts? Do you understand? There needs to be a group, you know, who goes out to hospitals, libraries, vaccination clinics, just like there's a group of people who go out to these different places with dogs. There needs to be a group who goes out to these different places with valerian root, with chamomile tea, just pre-made tea. Okay? Hey, this is a good idea. Do y'all know the next big thing as far as an idea to making a beverage? You know how people make Monster energy drinks and all these different kinds of drinks? You haven't seen anybody make a drink that kills stress and anxiety. I'm telling you now, that is the next big thing. It's going to be the next big thing because everybody deals with stress and anxiety, and very few of them use natural herbs to treat it. But if you have it all pre-made, you put it on a bottle, they see it, you know, in grocery stores. Trust me, people are going to pick it up. Like, whoa, stress and anxiety? They're going to pick it up with the quickness, man. So you watch what I tell you. Now, unfortunately, I won't be the one who capitalize off that. You know, it'll be somebody with deep pockets and some good investment money, but that would definitely be the next big thing in my opinion. Right? So that's all I had, people. You know, anybody who have any questions as far as setting up a channel, you want to monetize or something, go ahead and leave those questions in the comment section of this video. And I hope everybody has a nice, pleasant Sunday. This is the last day before we go back to work. And it has snowed. It has snowed and ice is covering everything right now. So I'm going to stay snuggled inside for the day. And don't be surprised if I hop back on a little later on today. Right? As we continue with this crusade against these worthless mutants and their enabling owners.